Chairman, thank you. Mr. Secretary, thank you for your presence and service. The administration has halted a shipment of American-made munitions to Israel. Even if it's the administration's goal to reach a ceasefire agreement, does this not send the wrong message to our ally Israel and embolden Iran and Iranian-backed groups? We should not be signaling to Iran's enemies that our support is conditional. Many of us in this room worked hard to get aid included and passed by the House and Senate in the emergency supplemental. My questions on this topic are three. Should we be concerned that the aid that was included in that recent supplemental is in jeopardy of being withheld from Israel? Did the Secretary of State, Secretary Blinken, consult with you on this decision? And do you agree that halting U.S. assistance to Israel emboldens its enemies?
Thanks, Senator. First of all, our commitment to Israel's security is ironclad. As you have seen from the very beginning, we have flowed billions of dollars of security assistance at a very rapid pace into Israel. And as you just mentioned, with your help, and we're grateful for this, you just passed the largest ever supplemental appropriation. And most recently, on April 13th and 14th, you saw us lead an unprecedented coalition to defend Israel as Iran attacked Israel with a significant number of drones and ballistic missiles. And so we're going to continue to do what's necessary to ensure that Israel has the means to defend itself. But that said, we are currently reviewing some near-term security assistance shipments in the context of unfolding events in Rafah.
So you agree with the pause, and you were consulted and agree with the pause, Mr. Secretary?
I think we haven't made any decisions. We did pause as we reevaluated some of the security assistance that we're providing to.
To stop the clock so that Jerry gets his full 2.5 minutes.
So we've been very clear, Senator, as you know, from the very beginning that Israel shouldn't launch a major attack into Rafah without accounting for and protecting the civilians that are in that battle space. And again, as we have assessed the situation, we paused one shipment of high payload munitions, and again, I think we've also been very clear about the steps that we'd like to see Israel take to account for and take care of those civilians before major combat takes place. We certainly would like to see no major combat take place in Rafah, but certainly our focus is on making sure that we protect the civilians. And we've not made a final determination on how to proceed with that shipment, and I would highlight that this shipment doesn't have anything to do with the supplemental appropriations that you just helped us get. And my final comment is that we are absolutely committed to continuing to support Israel in its right to defend itself.
Mr. Secretary, thank you. I worry about the suggestion that support by the United States is conditional. Let me turn to a different topic. Legislative Proposal 480, the Space Guard issue about the National Guard. The code dictates that National Guard equities cannot be withdrawn without the consent of a state's governor. I am informed that recently governors from 53 states and territories wrote you a letter opposing this legislative proposal. Would you tell me what the department's thoughts are? Do you consult with the governors? And based upon this overwhelming feedback, does it cause any reconsideration about the legislative proposal?
I have received a letter from from the governor, Senator, and most recently, Secretary of the Air Force has reached out and engaged the governors to talk about this issue and explain the rationale. As you know, when we stood up Space Force, we took on units and people that were focused on the space mission and incorporated those from the Air Force, from the Army, from the Navy, incorporated those people and units into Space Force. This measure will affect, I believe, a small number of people, but certainly, I understand the governor's concerns, and we owe it to the governors to engage them on it, and that's why Secretary of the Air Force has recently engaged them personally on this issue.
I encourage that to occur. Mr. Secretary, thank you.